Okay, this is a review of the McFarlane Toys Game of Thrones Daenerys Targaryen figure. I picked this up at my local Zing for 38 Australian dollars. Now that the final episode of Game of Thrones is looming, I thought I'd take a look at this figure. I'm still not sure whether I'm gonna collect all of them, but I thought I'd take a look at Daenerys here and see where it goes after. So let's pull Paul Rudd and Snow out of the way. Take a look at the packaging. So let me raise my camera a bit. Okay. So as you can see, it is McFarlane Toys, Daenerys Targaryen. It comes with these three accessories. At the back is a shot of all the other figures. So they have Jon Snow, the Night King, and Arya, as well as this. I don't know how big this is gonna be, but this is Viserion, the Night King's dragon. Okay, so that said, let's open her up and see how she looks. Okay, so here's Daenerys out of the packaging, and before we look at her, let's look at the accessories. So first off, she comes with this pretty basic black figure stand. There's one peg there, and how it works is she does have a peg hole on her right foot, and it just rests firmly inside, and the peg just rests firmly into that peg hole. Though she doesn't really need that peg. We'll see the stand. We'll see if the figure's joints loosen up in the future. She might need it, but as of now I don't think so. Okay, now before we take a look at Daenerys, let's take a look at the accessories. She does come with this pretty basic black figure stand. It says Game of Thrones there. There is one peg hole which pegs into the hole on her right foot, and just peg that as normal. Though for the most part she doesn't really need that stand. She also comes with three of these let's say board pieces, you know, where they have these the boardroom war room with all these board pieces. They move across the map of Westeros. They are fairly well detailed as well. You can see this one represents the Dornish troops, the Sun Spear. This one is very representative of the Unsullied. So if I zoom in closer, so you can see it's a lot of texturing, and I don't know if it's paint detail or what, but you know, lots of detail there, sculpted different levels of colors as well. Not too bad. And the last one, of course, is representative of the Dothraki. Again, layers of color, sculpt for such a small piece. See, size of my thumb. Now taking a look at Daenerys herself, as we've come to expect from a McFarlane Toys figure, she is really well sculpted and detailed. Though surprisingly, she does have a lot of articulation, especially on the upper body. So to take a look close in the face, as you can see, it does have a passing likeness to Emilia Clarke, though it's not that perfect. Well enough for a 6-inch figure. That said, there's a lot of painted details. You can see light shading makeup on the cheek. Really like the eyes on this figure as well. Really well painted. The hair does have all these sculpted braiding detail, and shading brings out all this detail, so it's nice. She also comes with this long dress, so you can see this is just one long piece, and from the feel of it, feels like there is a body underneath this rubber material. It's nice, and it's all sculpted as well, sculpted textured work. It's nice, really nice. There's this chain as well that holds her cape. Now her cape as well looks nice. Looks like it's made of scales of some sort, though I doubt she'd kill one of her dragons to get the scales. I don't know where that came from, but yeah. And this is made of a pliable rubbery plastic, same as the hair. So it's nice, and it's not heavy as well, so it doesn't make the figure back heavy. It's nice. Now if we had some lights, the legs, so you see some details from the legs going up to the upper thigh. Though of course the only thing you'll see normally will be from the ankles down. Let's see, let's remove this. Even underneath there's a lot of textured details as well. Really nicely done. Many folds under the feet. Yeah, really nicely done. Now looking at the articulation of the figure, there is a joint on the bottom of the neck, and I accidentally pulled it out. It seems like it's connected to the torso via a barbell joint, so she does have, you know, tilt movement, while the hair does inhibit movement. She can still pull off, you know, normal poses, at least for a human. Now the shoulders can go that much before before that shoulder pads hinder it, so you can actually still rotate it there. The arms go that much out. There is a swivel and a bend on the elbow. Bend is 90 degrees, and the hand is attached to the sleeve via a ball joint as well, so a lot of tilting motion there. Now the hands were meant to hold these, and I'm pretty sure you can, though I don't intend on doing that. I don't want to harm the paint or the sculpt, but you definitely can. I've seen pictures of her holding those, so that's neat. It seems like it's attached via a ball joint on the leg, as you can see, both legs. Though, as you've come to expect with figures with long dresses, figure is severely limited in terms of articulation from the lower body, which is a shame. Although, unless you have a dragon to ride her on, I don't think you'd be putting her in many battle poses anyway. Now, from the knee down, she does have a bend, which I don't intend on using. But yeah, there is a bend. See, goes 90 degrees. And then there is a swivel on the knee as well. And the foot is on the ball joint, so there is a slight pivot up and down. Swivel. So yeah, I think sufficient poses for the Mother of Dragons. So yeah, I don't think you'd put her in many battle poses anyway. So it's nice. Now for some size comparisons, here she is with Black Series Daisy Ridley and Scarlett Johansson. Here she is with Marvel Songbird and Bombshell Harley Quinn. Here she is with Siege, Chromia, and Snoo. And of course, here she is with Sideswipe, Gredwind, and Paul Rudd. Okay, and here she is with Studio Series Grimlock, probably the closest thing to a dragon that I have in my collection. So what do you guys think? I think she's a fairly well-made figure. Sad that there is a severe lack in articulation, especially in the lower body, but as I said, you won't expect to put him in a lot of battle poses anyway. I'm planning on getting at least the Arya Stark and the Jon Snow figure, so we'll see how this line fares in terms of articulation with those two guys. But that said, even without the articulation, I'm fairly happy with how this figure came out. I have been looking for a Daenerys figure for a long time, and all those old Funko figures didn't really do it for me. So yeah. So I'm posting this one day before the season finale, and here's to hoping she survives. I have a sinking feeling she's probably not gonna survive the last episode, but we'll see. Fingers crossed. Let's see what the writers will come up. Hopefully there is a twist in the end that will justify her surviving. So with that said, this has been Grim Trigger, and this has been McFarlane Toys Game of Thrones Daenerys Targaryen. And if you like that video, please do leave a like, subscribe, and share the video. And as always, thanks for watching.